This is News 6 Tonight.
So glad to have you for News 6 Tonight as we give you a conversational look at the headlines on News 6 Plus and YouTube every evening at 9 p.m. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Ginger Gadsden. Thank you for carving out a little bit of your time for us tonight, and hopefully you've done it all week because we just started this week, so it's nice to have you along.
Brand
for
new, still
this
has
ride.
that new show smell.
Yeah, it does, and we hope that you're enjoying what you see. If you're watching us on YouTube or clickorlando.com, please let us know what you think of what we're doing, because we can only do what you ask us to do, and if you don't like it, we won't do it. We'll still do the show, but we'll change it around a little bit.
And they might just show up at the bottom of the screen.
Exactly. So we're going to get right down to business tonight. There is a story that is in Brevard County. It's Titusville. We've been following this one since February this year, and today we have some brand new, unedited, never before seen body cam and dash cam video from Titusville police. This is the story of Tramiria Charles, who was his mom, Samantha stands by her story that her son was killed by Titusville police. It was a police-involved shooting, as we say. Even though the state attorney's office found that the officer's actions were lawful and justified, but today our community correspondent, Mike Valenti, got a hold of this never-before-seen unedited
We have seen
version.
it edited before, but never the unedited
version of it. And we just want to kind of show you some of it now, and then we're going to walk you through what's going on.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun!
You hear the officer say he's got a gun. There, that's Tramiria Charles being chased by two officers. You hear the shots.
You hear a lot of gunshots happening. So he crosses that dash cam of that police car. You're seeing body cam at first. And so the family has wanted this in its entirety to be released for a long time.
Yeah.
At first we had seen the sheriff come out. There was an edited version.
About an 18-minute edited version of this.
He sort of walked you through it. Now we're getting to see, basically the unedited version, which the family is,
they want more
upset
answers.
About. Yeah,
they
want to see
answers.
more. There's a body camera, most likely on all of the officers involved. This is Titusville police involved in this. They want to see all the body cams, all the footage unedited.
And one of the reasons this story has captured so much attention locally is because Tramiria was shot and killed in February. And his family and other people in the community had been asking to see the body cam video. They didn't get the video until June, which is 4 months later. So now here we are in the 5th month, and they're releasing more video that is unedited that we have not seen before. And his mom is maintaining that she still wants answers as to exactly what happened. And she wants to see more video from the other officers' cams that we're not seeing right now. But again, I just have to reiterate that the state attorney's office found the officer's actions lawful and justified. The police chief came out and spoke about it as he narrated the edited version of this video. We reached out to him today and have not heard back. So we just wanted to show you
So
that
the
video.
officers, have been cleared in this case. The family, we know they've been talking to an attorney, which would possibly lead to a civil lawsuit. Those in these cases are capped at $200,000. We don't know what's going to happen with this case, but we just wanted to give you the most updated version. We're certainly not experts on police, whether they should take the shots. You can clearly see in the video that Tremarian is running away.
Can we
as
just
the
show? Can we
shots
show
are
it
fired.
again,
Yeah,
though, just to give you a better idea of what his mom?
So she's
has
upset
seen
because
before.
he's running away as the shots are fired. Police say that he drops a gun at some point and then picks it up, and they thought he might be turning around to
use it.
fire a shot. So,
Sure. And
again,
anytime there's a weapon involved, police don't shoot to maim; they shoot to kill.
yeah,
And
very
again,
true.
his mom wants to see even more video, and I can't imagine as a mother watching the last moments of your child's life. But it's one of those tough stories that if you want to get to the bottom of it, then you'll have to see everything and learn everything as well. But we'll keep on top of this one. Our community correspondent, Mike Valenti, has done a great job on this story from the very beginning, and we'll stay on top of that. And when we hear from the police chief, we will definitely bring that to you as well.
And any litigation in the future
Yeah.
we'll talk about as well. All right, let's change gears here, Ginger. How much do you have in your crypto wallet right now?
At last check,
Yes,
Okay.
last check.
0.
As a close of market, close of business today.
A COB today, 0.
I actually, at one point, did buy some cryptocurrency.
I know.
And it did not do well. And I got rid of it. And ever since then, it has been on a solid trajectory for everyone. So you're welcome to anyone who owns it. I got out of the way so you could finally make some money.
Yeah.
We had a crazy story today.
It's awful.
Unbelievable. So there's this Air Force veteran, younger guy.
Upstanding man.
Seems like
smart.
He's one you see the interview and you just instantly like him.
Yeah.
And you feel terrible for him for what happened because he had a crypto wallet. And I don't know if you know what this is, but basically you have to have a digital wallet to hold your cryptocurrency.
To protect it, yes.
There's a bunch of passwords and all sorts of codes that represent
did all the right
your
things.
Bitcoin. Well, he didn't really.
Well,
But
except for
this
one
is an
thing.
easy mistake. So he screenshotted that and then emailed it to himself. His email got hacked.
Well, who hasn't done that, though? Have you not emailed yourself your passwords?
Listen, I don't want anybody to hack into my email, but
I'm just saying, I do it.
don't
do
say
it.
that.
Well, we all do it. We all do
everybody
it. It's just a
emails
fact of life.
yourself. Just like, if something ever happens to me, I want my wife to be able to go onto my email.
Of course,
and
find it,
but
yes.
that is, I'm officially deleting that for any hackers out there.
But wait until you hear how much, this
money?
guy lost.
All right, Louis Bolden, our investigator, did this story. Let's listen to a piece of it.
569,000 US dollars.
So you lost $569,000
Yeah.
like that.
You know what the price of it is now?
What?
It's about $800,000 at current price today.
News 6 connected Page with Secret Service financial analyst Brian Watson.
So you've seen this many times.
I've seen it a couple of times, yep.
Watson uncovered how it happened.
When he created the account, he took a picture of that seed phrase and emailed it to himself. So one of those email addresses was
Compromised. Yes, his email address
It's compromised.
was compromised. And so when somebody hacks into your email, I have never heard of this happening where somebody hacks into your email and then does a search for passwords. and
'Cause
then-
they know.
And then he loses
All of it.
$800,000.
Just go and
in
round it up to $1
Bitcoin.
million. It's not even my money, and that hurts me.
Bitcoin's up to $120,000
it's just
per coin right now.
It's one of those things where, okay, we're used to, Lewis does a lot of stories with older people who scan a QR code or get a call from their bank and saying you have to transfer this into like crypto or Bitcoin or
That's
whatever.
not actually their bank. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's not what's happening here. This gentleman is, he's
did something
aware.
any of us would have
He did
done.
one of the things that many of us would have done, and I will just say, and they know to search for your password because they know that's what people do. And he can't get that money back.
I have
It's
some
gone.
deleting to do.
We all
as
do.
soon as I
We
get home.
all do.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, your heart just aches for that man, and you wish there was something that could be done, but he's never going to see that.
No, as soon as
money
they broke
again.
in and hacked into it,
was gone.
They spread it out all
Yeah.
throughout the blockchain. And
At
there
this
was
point,
nothing
it's
they
not.
could do.
What
Yeah.
what else are you going to do?
It's gone.
So just use his story as a clear example of what not to do, at least for that one part of it.
Yeah, feel for them. I also feel for these next people.
Oh,
You and
Okay.
I are going to disagree on this next story, I think.
we disagree on a lot of things,
We
but have
do.
you ever had some really? A viewer reached out to us about this story. They sent an email to our help desk because this is how bad it is. They have some neighbors who they say are stinky. They're loud.
I have some of
They
those.
damage their property. So these neighbors are crying foul. Our community correspondent, Alex Cook, went out to figure out what was going on. Let's show a little bit of his story.
Residents here at the Costa del Sol condo community in Orlando say they're tired of living with neighbors they say are loud, inconsiderate, and unruly. Dozens of wild peacocks.
Pieces everywhere, and the kids plays in the ground. That has so many bacterias. So that's one of the things that we worried about. They go after the kids.
They're peacocks, and what can you do? They live
Look at
there.
those adorable little
Those
things.
are the little ones. Those are the babies. And someone who lived there brought a couple of peacocks to the neighborhood one
I would
year.
hate this neighbor
And then-
until my dying day.
And the problem is, okay, so peafowls, that's what the birds are called.
Right, I just learned that today.
Peacocks are the males, they're the colorful ones, and peahens are the females. They can lay eggs starting at 2 to 3 years old. They lay about a dozen per season, and the incubation period for these eggs are about 30 days.
We both researched the same thing on these dadgum peacocks.
How long do they
today.
live, Matt?
Up to 40 years.
In the wild. In the wild, they can
In
live
the-
up to
yeah,
in captivity. In
they're up to
captivity,
40
up to
years.
40 years.
Get
But-
out of- are you tracking
oh
my
my
computer
gosh,
with AI or
we look
something?
up the same things. Okay,
Yeah.
I live in Winter Park, and the peacock is the symbol of Winter Park. I love seeing them painted on. They're on the street
Mm-hmm.
signs. They're on the what do you call the things that cover the manhole covers? They're everywhere because it's a symbol of the community. But these people obviously don't love these birds because if you've ever heard them in a neighborhood, oh my goodness.
They're so
It
loud.
sounds like something's being murdered.
They're aggressive. They walk up to you like West Side Story, like I'm gonna take your wallet, But the craziest thing is, so if you have a car, specifically a black car,
because it's shiny.
they will
yeah.
look in it and see their reflection, and they're so psychotic that they will scratch the heck out of that car.
They start
and
pecking at
beat
it.
up.
Yeah.
And these people can hear this. Later on in the story, if you want to check it out at clickorlando.com, you
One
can
guy's
see the damage
car,
they've
it looks
done.
like somebody, like an ex-girlfriend keyed it or something. It was jacked up. So poor people in this community, they reached out to us. Alex did his due diligence and tried to call the city, and tried to call FWC to figure out what they can do. It's really up to the people who live there
Yeah.
to get rid of them.
All right. Crazy.
I still like peacocks.
Fun story.
Because they're not in my neighborhood.
I don't like. Yeah, you like them because they don't live anywhere near you. Coming up. We're gonna talk about something. Another big talker of a story. A rich guy doesn't like people
On his beach.
on his beach. We'll find out about that Backstreet Boy when we come back. All right.
You're going to pay for that.
I know. All right, we're going to start our second block here. Hey, welcome back. We got a comment, I believe, from somebody. We got Kevin
in Lakeland.
checking us out from
Thank
Lakeland.
you, Kevin.
Thank you for joining us on the stream
I wonder if it
tonight.
was during the Peacock story, because in Lakeland, they are represented by beautiful swans. Did you know that?
I did not know
That is their symbol of the
Swans,
city.
another bird that can be very intimidating to people.
Aggressive.
But we have to get to the saddest story of the day.
Is it the
Ginger.
saddest?
I mean, gosh, it just
Makes you
brings
feel some kind of
a
way.
tear to my eye. This extremely rich former boy band member is actually having to share his beach with peasants. People are actually walking around
Please don't call me a peasant.
behind his home. What is going on here? Travesty taking place in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, as a Backstreet Boy named Brian Luttrell says the Florida Sheriff's Office isn't protecting the back of his home enough. So he has a nearly $4 million home, 3.8 to be exact.
And he
is
has
what
some
paid
no
for it.
trespassing signs up.
He bought it through his company, and there has been some political changes where at some point he felt that the entire beach down to the water was his. And so if you felt like you were a Floridian and you had access to that beach, you would be incorrect. Well, all
it's
the
not a new
statues-
argument. It's not a new argument.
Yeah, no, always rich people want the beach behind them to be their own. They want it all the way out to,
The
whatever.
ocean, the
Yeah,
first
right.
wave.
Yes, exactly. But that's not the case. So in this area in Fort Walton Beach, I think it's Santa Rosa, which is gorgeous. It's like the 30.
Oh, yeah, along that way,
yeah.
And well, yeah.
Gorgeous place, of course, because that's, where you
It's
buy
beautiful
a $4
there,
million
yeah.
home. He says people are trespassing and harassing the family behind his house because all the laws and statutes, they changed. And now it says from high tide, where the water goes high tide all the way down into the ocean, that is now public. And from high tide line up to the house, that can be your place.
What happens if you're just running along the beach and then you come across his property and he thinks that you shouldn't be on there? Do you just, how do
get
you go
tased.
around it?
Because they have now hired private security. That's why they're upset with the sheriff's office. They say you're not
Yeah, they're not
protecting
doing
my
enough, yeah.
property. Probably when they call about people trespassing. Now he said, I don't know, maybe people are being outlandish because he's a celebrity, and he says people are harassing his family, which I hope would never be the case. That would be
Would you
awful.
recognize one of the Backstreet Boys if they came up to you right now?
I'm actually an NSYNC guy, so no, I would not recognize. There was the blonde one. I think I would recognize
Wow.
the blonde guy.
Stop right there.
Wasn't that the
Jill-
main singer guy on Backstreet Boys?
This means you don't know them. It's fine.
It's okay.
But why are we still calling them boys? They are 44 to 53 years old now.
The Backstreet Geriatrics. Danielle
They're
Gaston
definitely
joining us. Great show so far.
Oh, hi, Danielle.
Danny and
from
Kennedy
Charlotte.
from
Okay,
Charlotte.
yeah,
Okay,
great.
I recognize
Thank
that
you.
last name.
I know. I'm making my family watch just to
Thank
get
you,
feedback,
guys.
but we appreciate it.
We
they don't
appreciate
have to.
it.
Yeah, thank you
and,
guys.
Make sure you listen to the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, but the bottom line is he cannot control that part of the beach. It's open access for, the peasants, as you say, like us,
right, yes.
to be able to enjoy a nice walk along the beach or sunset or whatever we darn well.
Don't try to
We just don't want
sun.
people. Don't. I mean, I hope people aren't harassing his family.
Yeah, no,
really
I
do.
wouldn't want that either.
Yeah.
That would be frustrating. I don't know what the story is with that, but the fact that he's trying to basically
I know,
own the
that-
property
yeah.
all the way to the beach as a Floridian.
You
that
got to
makes
try.
me
You got to
a
try.
little bit ragey.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Our other story we want to talk about. I love good public transportation. I've lived in a couple of places that have had good public transportation. Florida, not so much. It has a lot of other things going for it too.
Yeah, we have some catching up to do.
Brightline is a great rail system. Have you been on Brightline yet?
I had my kid. I needed to get my 16-year-old who didn't have a car at the time back up here, and so we stuck her on Brightline. It was amazing. She had a great time. She's got on her cell phone the whole time. And
Perfect,
had a
right?
blast.
So there's talk about linking up a Brightline station between Tampa and Orlando. Can you imagine not having to jump on I-4 and do that
My
drive?
word.
When I first moved here, the drive back to Tampa was about an hour and 10 minutes. Now, if you can do it in 2 hours, you're lucky.
3 in the morning.
You're
That's when you can do
You're
it.
very lucky, but there are talks now moving forward.
Here's the actual track.
To get the green light to build that station in between Tampa and Orlando, which people come from Tampa, they come to Disney. We leave here and we want to go enjoy the beaches of St. Pete. if you can't go to the beaches here.
Yeah.
But there are things in the works right now.
always
it's still,
concerts over
it's
there
still
I
in the
wanna go
talk.
to.
It's in the talkie phase, as I like to call it.
Yeah,
And
they need $400 million to make it happen.
That's
but
why they're talking.
I think that route
Yeah.
right there from Tampa to Orlando will make way more money than Orlando. I am so much more likely.
Orlando to Miami.
That hellacious drive that is, like you said, is about 60
Awful.
miles from
It's awful.
Orlando to Tampa is
Yeah, it
brutal.
shouldn't be that
one
way.
accident.
And
you're
done.
stuck there for
That's
3
it.
hours. I have a daughter who goes to USF in
Yeah,
Tampa.
so you know it. You know
I
that
would
drive.
love to buy her a ticket.
Yeah,
Now, the
exactly.
issue with Brightline a lot of people have is if you buy a ticket during the busy hours, it can cost you $100 to
Yeah.
get to Miami, which at that point it's
I'll just get in the car.
well, I'll just jump in the
just
car
drive,
and do
yeah.
it myself. So, but if you go on off hours,
Sure.
it makes
And
a
the
little more
reason I
sense.
think this is probably a ways off is because they don't even have a construction date. They
No.
still got to get the money. They got to get all sorts of other financial things straightened out before this is even.
By the
feasible.
time I am elderly and my kids take my license
You-
away,
you're not
I'm
going
hopeful
anywhere.
That the
You
Brightline
can
will
just
be able
hop
to
on the train.
take me over
Exactly.
to Tampa. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. We had another day of weather. Some storms out there came through. Sort of a mixed bag.
It
I
was,
would
but
say.
it was kind of more typical than what we saw earlier in the week. Because earlier in the week we had some
yeah.
rocking storms. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a weird week. And what if I told you it was going to get even weirder as we get
Oh.
into the weekend?
Okay, we're listening.
You've
We're
intrigued
listening.
us.
What'd you say?
We are intrigued.
I'm still on the whole you're an NSYNC guy and you didn't know who the blonde one was. I was
Is he the blonde one? Is Latrell the blonde one?
No.
Oh. All
No,
right.
that's Nick Carter, man. Come
Nick
on.
Carter.
He's
That's it.
he's also the
I
youngest.
would have
one.
gotten it in a multiple choice situation.
Wow. All right.
like,
So
no.
we do have one kind of lone thunderstorm hanging out this morning. It is northeast of Ocala, hanging out in Marion County. That is drifting to the north. The weird part about the week, and when you see the 7-day forecast coming up, when I show you at 9:30 and then again at 10 and 11, it is going to be unusually dry for Florida standards for the month of July heading into the weekend. Now, we also know that when those rain chances are super low, that means the temperatures get super high. So the hottest likely stretch of the year also coming down the pipeline with that. So we're going to break that down coming up at 9:30. And remember all of that rain from Invest 93L, guys? Remember that's that like
Yes. I
remember it.
investigation area, fancy term the Hurricane Center gives it when they're watching it. Brought us all the rain, of course, on Monday. There are some indications it could swing back around the southeast and come back to Florida. We're going to show you some of the wild model runs on that. The same reason why we're going to be so hot this weekend could bring that back around by the middle of next week. So it's some fascinating stuff we'll break down when we talk at 9:30, guys.
It's a boomerang. What's going on?
Boomerang.
All right,
Oh my
we've seen it
gosh.
before.
All right.
By the way, Chris Kirkpatrick, that's my guy. That's why I like
yeah.
NSYNC.
I know you do. I've met him before too. He's
a
really
local,
nice.
yeah, he
It's
moved
fine.
away,
He's a
but
great guy.
very nice guy.
Okay, but you got to do better than the blonde one. All right. When we come back, if you have a special teacher who's made a difference in your life, and I know many of us have,
yeah.
with 2 people sitting at this table have had wonderful teachers. We have a finalist for a Teacher of the Year who is from Central Florida. We're going to introduce you to her when we come back.
Love a good teacher.
Well, welcome back to News 6 tonight. My favorite story today. I love teachers. They've changed my life. They've changed yours
They're the
too.
best.
And one of the finalists for Teacher of the Year is from right here in Central Florida. We're so excited. Today, the governor was in town, and we knew it had to be special because he was meeting with some teachers. And these teachers who were finalists got a $20,000 check. And that is, they deserve that and so much more. So her name is Brandy Nicole Anderson. She's a 7th grade civics teacher. Woo, Miss Anderson. She's a 7th grade civics teacher at Indian Trails Middle School. That's in Palm Coast. She's been there for 10 years. She's been a teacher for 16 years. And she's among 5 finalists for the 2026 Florida Teacher of the Year. As I said, each finalist got a $20,000 check, which I love. And you know she's just going to pour it back into her students.
I know. She's probably going to
just pour it right back into the classroom.
Or something.
Because that's what they do.
They're the
That's
best.
what they do. Do you have a favorite teacher you can talk about?
My all-time favorite teacher, no surprise, he was my TV production teacher.
Wasn't he your best man?
Mr. Richard Whalen.
Was he in your wedding?
He was in my wedding.
Okay.
Yes, that's how much I love my teacher. I still, when he's in town in Orlando, he'll be like, "Hey, I'm watching you on the news. When you want to grab some dinner?"
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
So yeah, he's the best. What about you?
I've had a few, but my favorite, Mrs. Grady, who was a middle school teacher of mine, and she was in town about a year ago for a church convention, and I get a text message from her. She's like, watching my student on on TV, so proud. I was still on air, and you know how I cry.
Oh,
you know
she
how
spurts.
I cry.
She doesn't cry. She waterfalls out of her eyes.
Oh, it made my night. She was so delightful. She was the only person my mom would let take me places, and she took me to 4-H. It's how I learned about 4-H and different things like that. Love her, and I'm so grateful that she saw something in me and made me want to be more than even I thought
They're
I could
life
be.
changers, right?
They really
if I
are.
hadn't come across Mr. Whalen, I would not be doing this. God knows, I'd probably be in a ditch
I know.
somewhere.
I have a
if that
sister
guy
who's a
told
great teacher, and she's a principal now, Machinda Middleton Brown. I just want to say a shout out to her. Sorry, she's wonderful. I
met
love
her. She is wonderful.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, so our show is almost done. You know whose show is done for good? Stephen Colbert.
Not just yet, though. Next year, CBS is ending his show, and we're going to talk
Not
about
just him.
Yeah,
The whole Late
show.
It's gone.
So, I mean, but that makes it easier for them. They don't have to find a replacement because there won't be one.
I was hoping
All right,
to
so
maybe be the guy.
Join us at 10 and 11 o'clock. We'll see you. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Great show. Job.